Welcome back, fellow Americans. I'm Sebastian Hill.
And I'm Slater Martin.
And this is
The REZ.
It's time we celebrate our victory over the Brits in this 4th of July special.
All the fun times with family grilling hot dogs.
Shooting off fireworks.
Maybe even going to a baseball game.
Everyone celebrates their 4th of July just a little different.
Wait, Sebastian. Last year was leap year. Does that change the date of 4th of July?
You know, I've never really put thought into that. I see your point, though.
I've been doing research for you guys, and I think you might like the results in this week's AWOLKing. I went around asking, when is Independence Day? This is what y'all had to say.
I am a little worried about this AWOLKing question, but Independence Day is on July 4th.
Isn't it like the 8th of July?
It's the 4th of July.
USA is March 2nd.
That would be July 4th.
July 4th is when Santa comes to Earth and Jesus was born.
July 4th.
July 4th.
42.
Would be July 4th. America.
No! May 29th!
Isn't it July 4th?
July 4th. July 4th.
I honestly don't know.
July 4th, buddy.
Wow, those are some good answers. I thought it was January 1st because of all the fireworks.
That's pretty good. I would have thought the 14th since leap year, but what do I know?
You don't know much. However, I would like to thank those who make this nation free.
We are very thankful for you guys. I'm glad I'm not having to sip tea and talk in a weird accent.
Oi, Governor, let me show you my cool British impression. Hey, how are Indian athletes doing this week?
Let's find out in this week's REZ Sports.
He may be the greatest athlete of all time.
There is mustard on the lettuce.
Today, 7 p.m., girls softball in River Oaks. Be there or be square. Girls softball will be playing in Weatherford at 1 p.m. Go get 'em, Indians. Also on Saturday, boys baseball will be having a playoff game against Castleberry.
Fantastic job, Indians.
We keep taking that dub like true Americans.
Amen, I'm getting hungry for a burger. Do you know what time it is?
It's Indian interview time.
They were singing, my, it's Indian interview time, where we interview some Indians and have a good time. So sit back and watch this interview time, 'cause it's Indian interview time, Indian interview time.
Hello and welcome to Indian Interview Time. I'm Mr. Barnes and this is Mr. McGee. I don't know, can we call you Grill Master McGee?
It's been called worse today.
So have you had enough experience to earn the title Grill Master?
Depends on who you ask.
Okay, so let's ask a few basic questions. Charcoal or propane?
Both burn.
Both burn.
But we're doing charcoal right here today.
For the ease.
For the ease, gas doesn't blow up, kids don't like the fumes.
School doesn't burn down.
You know, it's a bonus.
That's a positive. Okay, so when you do when you do charcoal, are you a pyramid builder or are you throw it in and let it go? Is there a certain way that you arrange the briquettes?
Well, I am a pyramid builder. Saturate with fluid, let soak, and then throw a match and run.
Okay, so what are we cooking today?
I think they were called classic beef patties, aka cheap and shrinkage by small bun patties. And
they went big on the hot dogs.
And then I guess Mr. Neary likes hot dogs, so we went ahead and splurged and got the ballpark cheese franks. Not just your ordinary ballpark, but it's got the old queso.
And it's not the Bar S franks.
No, it's
either.
not the Bar S.
Okay. So, what is your favorite thing to grill?
Favorite thing to grill? A T-bone, about a quarter, inch and a quarter thick. Woo. And let it on low heat, on a gas grill actually, and let it get there till it's about medium, maybe a little bit more than medium, and then it's good to go. Pull that mug off. Nice baked potato. Also, I like vegetables on the grill. Soak my okra in olive oil, little Uncle Chris's seasoning. That's a true seasoning from Fiesta, white label. Anyway,
now,
soak them over, put them in the foil, do all that, yeah.
I will vouch for Mr. McGee. I've had steaks cooked by Mr. McGee, and I've had steaks from Bob's Chop House. I've had steaks from Del Frisco's. I've had all the fancy steakhouse steaks, and his blows them away.
Telling you.
No doubt, no contest.
And I'm looking for sponsorship from Woods and Cuds. They're located down 67. I do their meat right. So if you're listening to Woods and Cuds, if you haven't been to Woods and Cuds, down there by Sonny's, down at 810 67 Crossways, hey, it's not organic, but it's natural and it's dang good.
And you get it cut any thickness you like as well. And I will say this, under the worst grilling conditions I think I've ever witnessed, we went on a little family vacation, a couple of families. We were at Lake Whitney, and it was freezing, and it was windy, and it was pouring down rain, and I stood with an umbrella over Mr. McGee, and he cooked his steaks, and they were still the best steaks I've ever eaten. Matter of fact, I think it was the first time I ever had one of his steaks.
Hey, Mother Nature can't keep me down.
So,
what you got, Father Time? Father Time can get me. Mother Nature, not on a beef.
okay, so I'm kind of a clean OCD kind of guy in some spots.
Yeah, I mean, not so much.
Aspects, yeah. So I was going to ask you, do you even brush the grill off, or you just leave the stuff on there from the previous grill to add some flavor?
Depends on what was cooked before, but God made dirt, so dirt won't hurt, and I just kind of gives that extra seasoning. You want my grill to be seasoned. I may have a little sausage in there, a little brat, and then you never know what could spill over.
So you don't want the sterile grill?
No, sterile grill.
Not doing surgery?
Not doing surgery. I'm cooking this baby, especially these burgers getting hot enough. Some of these getting a little too hot. Having to flip like a maniac. Feel like I was back in time and working Mickey D's serving 5-cent hot dogs. Back in the way day,
back in the day,
40s and 50s.
And that's why you get an education, my friends.
When Ronald
was at McDonald's, now he's the principal at the high school.
I'm telling you.
So to wrap this up, y'all are gonna get to partake of some hamburgers and hot dogs, McGee style. But you ain't on the A-list. You can't come get some of that steak.
No. You gotta earn that T-bone. You gotta earn that T-bone, yo.
You gotta be on the A-list.
I know what, it's hot. For a July 4th weekend, to be out here in front of the school. I don't even know why we're here. We're not even in school right now.
I know. That's the dedication we go to.
Hey,
even
man.
on our days off, we're still here for the kids.
Whatever.
That was some great food. Time to take a nap before fireworks.
Man, you can't miss my favorite part of the show.
I think I'm good.
Because now it's time in which we highlight the skilled,
The funny,
the silly,
the free,
and the talented.
It's time for this week's
Shenanigans.
What we do here is go back.
This week on Autovlog, we've got a 1997 Ford Ranger. First things first, before we get started, we got to take a little tour of the outside here. First off, up front, we've got our safety-coated headlights. Don't want to blind anyone in the nighttime going down the road. Coming around to this side, you can see our hail-dented hood and our high-fidelity FM and AM antenna. Now coming back just a little bit further, you can see our aftermarket sunshade. Don't want to get any sun in your eyes while you're passenger in this beauty of a machine. Now taking it down a little bit, we can come down here and see our alloy wheels with our super nice chrome hubcaps. Going back a little bit more, you can see our chrome tipped exhaust, spitting all of those chemicals out into the air. Don't like the cold, this baby will warm up the atmosphere for you. Coming back a little bit more, we can take a look at our anti-theft cage on the back window. Now this is a fine piece of American engineering, and we do not want it going missing at a bad time. All right, next we're gonna find the flagship feature of every pickup, the beloved tailgate. Now this isn't any ordinary tailgate. You wanna flip it up, but oh wait, you change your mind? It comes right back down. Now every farmer boy's gotta have his fun, and this thing is no exception. Going out in the mud, we got these nice mud flaps down here. You don't like the person behind you, that's all right. Just go ahead and take these off. They'll get mud all over the windshield, can't see a thing. I like to fish, and thankfully I can. I got these luxury tie downs back here. I just put my canoe on there, tie it up, and we're ready to go. Now, if you know anything about me, I'm a huge safety advocate, and luckily this thing's got you covered on that end as well. Over here we see these manually adjustable mirrors, but it doesn't stop there. We've got these aftermarket blind spot mirrors too, so you can see them sneaking up on you every time. Fun fact about me, I am an avid bodybuilder. And every time I get in this car, I exercise by rolling the windows down and back up. Let's take a look under the hood. Alright, now first thing you need to know that this is a real powerhouse. This inline 4 will get you going anytime. We got our AC compressor, alternator, battery, brake master cylinder, our factory cold air intake, radiator coolant, washer fluid, anything you could possibly need, this truck has got. Alright, enough dallying around, let's hit the road. Well, that's our show, everyone. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned something. See you on the road.
Wow, that was as lit as a firework on the 4th of July.
For your July the 4th instructions this week, here is Masterpiece Theater.
Welcome to Masterpiece Theater, the part of the segment where we teach you kinfolk all the America logistics and country and bears with lasers on their heads and stuff. And now, your host, Uncle Sam.
Hello, Alvarado High School. I'm Mr. Thomas, and today I was asked to speak to you about the 4th of July. But who better to talk about the 4th of July but Uncle Sam himself? The 4th of July is a U.S. federal holiday, honoring the adoption of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776 by the Continental Congress. But what is the 4th of July? It is when Americans declared their independence from Great Britain, which led to the formation of the United States. And when it comes around every year, we celebrate it in the most obnoxious way possible. Fireworks, barbecues, etc., enjoying ourselves. As Americans, we also stay up late to celebrate this historic holiday, showing off our patriotism. But the 4th of July isn't always associated with fireworks and barbecues. We also associate a well-known figure like Uncle Sam. But who is Uncle Sam? Uncle Sam came around during the War of 1812 when a man named Samuel Wilson, or more affectionately known as Uncle Sam, supplied barrels of beef to the soldiers, hence all the hamburgers and hot dogs. Uncle Sam in the tradition of Independence Day isn't anything new. These things date back to the 18th century and American Revolution. On July 2nd, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence, and 2 days later, its delegated adoption, the Declaration of Independence, a historic document drafted by Thomas Jefferson. Well, that's all the time I have this week, Alvarado High School. Remember, stay independent, free, and support your country.
Thanks, Ken. That was interesting. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Here in America, we love to show off our Lexile points by picking up an American Revolution book.
In honor of our reading Americans, let's wig out for reading.
Hey guys, this is Coach Rowe. Welcome to the WIG session. This week we have the 4th of July wig. That's all we're going to talk about are American books and 4th of July, because there's nothing more American than reading. I have plenty of books about America and its history. If you're into the Revolutionary War, For Liberty and Glory, about Washington, Lafayette, and their revolutions, phenomenal book. George Washington was a stud. If you're not into that, old Teddy Roosevelt, huge stud. Battle of San Juan Hill, Spanish-American War, became a president, stud. Maybe you're more into the Cold War, America versus Russia. How do we stop those dirty commies from spreading around? Great book for the soul of mankind. The United States, the Soviet Union, and the Cold War. Phenomenal book. Reagan was a stud. Next we have Great Battles of World War II, complete with DVD. Don't just watch the DVD though, read the actual book. Maybe you're a World War II buff. World War II was an awesome war in the sense of America fighting pure evil. Hitler was not a stud. And last but certainly not least, one of my favorites, My Century of War, from 1900 to 1999. It just talks about all the major wars of America and the wars we got involved in. A lot of pictures, a lot of good stuff in there. Obviously, Battle of Pearl Harbor there. Great book. But guys, there's nothing that defines America perhaps more than our wars and battles and the men and women who put their lives on the line so that we could have the freedom to have free education, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. All those things are not free. They actually are paid for by the blood of our armed forces. So if you know somebody who's an armed forces person, you tell them thank you for the sacrifice that they have made and their families have made so that you can have the freedom to read awesome books and to learn about your history as an American. So if you haven't read anything about some of our wars, come on by my classroom. You can borrow some and wig out. Whatever you're doing, make sure you're reading a lot because it's going to help you in the future. Thanks.
Now a word from our great working Americans who get their day off and whom we call our sponsors.
Johnson County Pipe Supply is a family-owned and operated manufacturing company providing local jobs for over a decade. Our industry-leading position in the ever-growing construction industry is also seeking self-motivated, hard-working individuals with integrity. No experience necessary, just a willing attitude, and bilingual is a plus. So if you're looking to work in a year-round manufacturing, safe, friendly environment with competitive pay and full-time benefits, look no further than down the pipeline, just off 67 on County Road 209.
Tell them you saw this ad on the REZ.
An independent company, the Thompson Pipe Group. Must be 18 to apply, must apply in person.
And Tribal Tees for all your shirts,
hoodies,
senior pictures,
and graphic design needs.
See Tribal Tees. Come join the tribe. That's all for this week. Until next time, I'm Sebastian Hill.
And I'm Slater Martin.
And this is
The REZ. Remember, folks, if our founding fathers wanted us to care about the rest of the world, they wouldn't have declared independence from it. Yee-haw! I'm going to tell you all about the first time I ever ate a hamburger. It was at McDonald's, but I didn't like the lettuce or the tomato. So ever since after that, I only got plain hamburgers.
What we got? What do you think? Oh, I got it. You ready?
I'm thinking
Looking over there?
You're looking there, looking there. Yeah, you're
Okay.
looking at her.
Even going to a baseball. A baseball? I love to go to the baseball. I don't play, but I love to go.
Yeah, just say that.
Independence Day is the official day, July 4th. Whatever the year was. Whenever we took our...
Talking a weird accent.
Check out my cool
Yeah, just
Brit.
read it, no matter how weird it gets.
Boy, I want to teach you about cooking. Alright, so now, you get the shoe.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program. I've been wanting to say that for like, okay.
That was what?
What?
No.
Is my
Oh, you're saying it! No, sit down, you gotta say it! Daniel! Daniel!
Oh, you're trying to get me in trouble.